All right, Chris, we're on for a follow-up session today. Go ahead and jump right in. What's going down?
All right, well, I just get your take on where I'm at, expressing some of the difficulties. Done a pretty good turnaround since then. I dropped some bad habits and I'm fired up. The lion is awake and roaring, basically. So
It has to, man. It has to.
when I come up against other people, I still struggle with who and what I am. I feel a sense of urgency. I want to jump into that Ulfidnar training.
Yeah, we can line that up, most definitely.
The concept of a soul retrieval, I don't know if that's something that I want to bother with or if I want to just keep going with what I've been doing.
That's what you are going through the process of actually attaining the purpose of actual initiation. And this takes time. Going to the next levels. This whole fucking year, let alone the last 3.5, it's been fucking insane. All of our souls have been challenged. Like I said, the hearts of mankind are being weighed. And if people can't see that clearly, then they're not ignited in context. People got an issue with me in terms of my anger. I don't give a fuck because it's not coming from an unwarranted psychological projection of my own bullshit. It's things that are relevant and things that need to be addressed and spoken upon very fucking directly and very harshly in terms of actual truth.
Absolutely. No, I have that anger myself, and it's the only right response to what's going on.
It's not unjustified. It's the blue flame. And when we live in an age of lies, truth is unrelentingly fucking vicious. And this is what people have been conditioned against, being weak and in fear of their own anger. It's not anger. It's not love. It's not any of the emotions that are the fucking issue. It's fear of any of them. You got to pay attention to your fucking radar.
Yeah.
The shit that I'm dealing with this morning has me very fucking pissed off, and for the right fucking reasons. I've already conveyed it to the people around me, and they're 100% agree. They don't have an issue with me being pissed the fuck off right now. Those that want to placate naivete, nescience, which is niceness, are fucked. They're fucked in this realm. The very definition of that word, nice. What do people say? You need to be nice, Chris. You need to be polite, Chris.
That never got me anywhere, no.
Fuck no, it doesn't get you nowhere, man. It gets you fucking walked on, it gets you taken advantage of.
I'm surrounded by a whole community of very nice people, probably the most toxic liberal crowd, probably just about anywhere where I live.
No, it's all across the fucking board. It's a part of the pandemic in terms of nescience. What you said about
Not that the conservatives are any better, but
Sure.
it really blends into one at this point.
Sure, but people need to understand the language that they speak. And this is just one fucking word. You can hammer this word the rest of your fucking life, and you're going to continue to deal with the fucking programming that is there in context. People say, have a nice day. They're literally cursing your fucking day. And they don't even know it because we're conditioned to assume that that word, which is a spell, means to be kind, to be virtuous. All those good qualities are nothing to do with being nice. The actual etymology of the word nice, it means foolish, ignorant, frivolous, senseless, careless, clumsy, weak, poor, needy, simple, stupid, foolish, ignorant, unaware, literally not knowing, timid, faint-hearted, fussy, fastidious, dainty, delicate. Okay.
All the things we don't want to be.
Exactly. What you're conditioned to be in terms of the slave state of mind. Now, fuck you. Fuck that. Be kind, be virtuous. That's different. It's not very kind being nice, is it?
Not at all, no.
You got to grab your fucking nutsack as a fucking man and go the path. This is spoken against. You'll be called toxic, masculine, and all this different kind of shit.
Yeah.
That's all fucking programming to keep the realm enslaved. You got to cultivate the right type of attitude in terms of your circumstances, your life. We're all getting fucking nailed. Sit there and fucking take it, or you're going to rise the fuck up and say, fuck you, and express yourself authentically as a man.
Yeah, I just got more news of it yesterday and this morning. You know, people I love struggling, all kinds of problems, accidents. Sick of my people suffering, being destroyed by this shit. And I lost a son over this. I don't know if I told you or not in 2020.
Okay. How do you mean?
He committed suicide.
Oh, fuck, man. I'm sorry. That's absolutely horrible.
Yeah, 22 years old. Yeah, he was just
Fuck. God
yeah,
damn it.
I didn't have the tools to give him at the time. He was too sensitive. His anxiety, I think, drove him to it. It was a hard time, but
How long ago was this?
July 4th, 2020.
I don't know what else to explain to people as far as what I already have on my platform about not only what I warned about in terms of 2020, but where we are in terms of the procession. Everybody out there right now is so unbelievably distracted by all of the fucking nets, traps, and snares that I fucking warn about, that I've spoken about multiple times. You get onto Black Earth Productions, people are navigating what we call the internet, which is, again, the physical manifestation of the ether. It has become increasingly more fucking difficult to find, let alone focus on, viable, proper knowledge and wisdom in terms of the flood of bullshit information that is out there. I don't know how many times I have to explain this over and over and over again. It's to the point of being exhausted, having to go back to what I've already fucking explained over 15 fucking years ago to a motherfucker that should have already got the fucking memo and should have already applied the principle of focus in their life when it comes to actual path work, getting pulled on.
Yeah, it happens to me. I have to fight it all the time. Going back over your stuff and watching some of the stuff I haven't watched yet, and Mark Passio's, and I listen to Von Benjamin. That music is a huge part of, it fires me up. Everything you talk about, that man talks about in his works. And there's massive, like 80 albums. And
right. So applying the principle of focus to our fucking lives, if you're not focused and on track in terms of your purpose, knowing who you are, all of these things that are innately revealed with level 1 apprentice, again, it takes years. It's a massive integration process. Again, bringing up the whole concept of soul retrieval, going through the process of healing. We're still in a major time of healing going into 2025 and 2028, like I've said. And all of the fucking shit sack bullshit is coming up to the surface to be cleansed and purged the fuck out of the realm. That's why things are in fucking chaos. Okay, and chaos magic reinforcing the triangulation factors as far as lockdown into the trapezoid. That's the construct. That's the false Maya illusion that we don't realize our templates have been fucking chained to. It's not nature, the universe, or connection to core intelligence and the higher force. People are fucking veiled.
yeah.
And most that think they know what the fuck is going on, you think you know, you still don't fucking know. And this is what I'll say to everyone in the fucking realm. Because from my observation, everybody's still enthralled to the first fucking veil. And those like myself that have transcended this and been able to explain it, not only philosophically, but poetically, artistically, in terms of grammar, in terms of teaching, and also mathematically.
Yeah, I mean, I'm nowhere near any of that, but like you said, I'm the most awake person I know. That's sad as fuck, but that's another reason why I'm just done fucking around, zeroing in on
the whole entire realm
expansion.
needs to stop fucking around. People want to try to come at me, go fuck yourself. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and take anything that these fucking idiots have to say seriously. It's laughable to me, man, because the evidence is quite clear otherwise for those that actually have true insight, not only in terms of what's happening in the realm around us, but what's actually happening within us and with all the things that are being implemented. The war is twofold. It's what's happening around us, but also with what's happening within yourself, how you are navigating consciousness or lack thereof. And it all goes back to the first assignments that this actual path work entails. See, the problem with a lot of motherfuckers is that you get tourists coming in and they're jumping from one thing to another, one thing to another, one thing to another. For anyone that has any sensibility in terms of core intelligence, when they sign the fuck up, they actually get something to focus on and then cut out all of the fucking distractions otherwise.
Yeah.
How are you going to fucking get there if you don't have the bits, if you're not in your fucking lane? People are derailing left and right all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
You could attest to that in terms of what you're also rationally observing in your community, people around you, stuff like this, correct?
Absolutely, yeah. And there's quite a few different so-called freedom groups that have sprung up.
Oh, fucking please.
And
Freedom,
yeah,
freedom to what?
I've been talking to these people since 2020. You want freedom? You're doing the exact opposite. You're still getting behind these political candidates.
This election's a fucking joke.
I watched Mark Passio's most recent Nazism and Communism. That's exactly what's playing out in this election. Textbook.
Communism is Nazism.
Absolutely.
Okay? What people don't fucking understand about that term, let's just fucking go there. You want to talk about Nazis, motherfuckers? The word Nazi, when you look at the actual acronym, which is what it actually is, an acronym for National Zionist, which is communism.
Yeah.
What people don't understand about what happened in World War II is all coming up now. The world's 90 years fucking late. And all the things we see happening manifest go back to 2018, 2019, before what was unleashed in fucking 2020, man. It's all the same fucking shit that led up to World War II, let alone World War I.
Yeah. All I got to do is walk down the street in my town.
In terms of political jockeying, they're all fucking owned. All of them. Every single fucking one of them. This has obviously been exposed for what the fuck it is. Yet, we still see motherfuckers at the fucking forefront still covering this shit. It's nothing but a fucking distraction.
Yeah.
It always has been.
Yeah.
To keep you from governing your own ment, which is mind. The term government means mind control. And anyone that advocates government advocates mind control.
Absolutely. Yeah. No one in my circle is screaming that louder than me. That sees it as
right, because you have to understand that statism is a fucking religion, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to elect a representative to represent me, but I'm not going to represent myself. And if someone else speak for me as a fucking man, fuck that shit. This is not the original teaching. This is not the original way in terms of the ancient wisdom councils like I've spoken about. And the world will continue to be in fucking thrall until they wake the fuck up to this fucking fact.
Yeah. What I'm getting from you, there's not going to be some kind of a mass awakening.
Look, man, there never has been since what happened did. That's a fucking fantasy land convoluted new age fucking concept that it's going to make things fucking change.
So it's going to be up to getting together and making it happen, changing the reality field.
This is not going to happen in terms of a general consensus. The knowledge and the wisdom is protected and people are thoroughly fucking tested and put through the rights. And you have to have balls as solid fucking cosmic granite to brave it. You will face the fucking ridicule. What did Plato say? He who speaks the truth has no friends. Well, I wouldn't want to be friends with these fucking assholes anyway. I'm good unto myself. I'm good with my circle, with the people that I'm in network with that actually fucking get it. It's exhausting to explain to people over and over and over and over and over again that they are completely fucking mind controlled.
I want to be more in network, in contact with, there's something on your services page that speaks about this. The only person I can talk to is my partner. She sees things the same way.
As far as networking is concerned, are you on any of these other, platforms in terms of correspondence? Well, that's why. That's how this is flowing as far as the temple is concerned.
Okay.
And we just moved to a new area where I was before. Shit hit the fucking fan. People didn't make the fucking cut. They went into fucking chaos. Make another move again to get in an area where there are people that do know what the fuck is up so we can actually get this the fuck going. It should have already gotten fucking going. But this is what happens, man. Look, you ignite your template on the level, I guarantee it's going to agitate a cleansing with people around you. It's supposed to.
Yeah.
It's supposed to. The way my auric field operates, it's like a spear. My template's different than a lot of individuals out there, just in general, right? I could take it to many different systems of gnosis to explain what I'm getting at, but I have a very piercing aura, and I know this about myself. It's very spiky. And there's no grid work of consciousness I can't fucking access. My challenge in terms of where I'm at, as far as the progression rate with my own path work, is holding fucking patience during these specific times we are in right now in terms of what is unfolding. That's my challenge. Because when you come into the actual knowing of things on the fucking level, and you're climbing this mountain of achievement, you're climbing this mountain of self-mastery, scaling the fucking cliff sides, if you keep going, you need to understand that there's going to be less people up on that specific summit. Because most are down at the fucking foot of the mountain going in fucking proverbial fucking circles. They're not even on the path up in context. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, yeah.
And then when they're presented with the actual opportunity to truly transcend and ascend and anchor the higher grid works of consciousness here, and then they see what they actually have to face, what most people want, Chris, is escapism into fucking bliss.
Yeah.
Where all of your responsibilities are abdicated. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to face the fucking Minotaur at the center of the fucking labyrinth. That's all bypassed, when in truth it's not. The rights have always been here. The rights still exist. But the gates to them have been concealed, and then everybody's traded the fuck out on this lie, and then we look at the realm and wonder why it's in the condition that it fucking is. Why?
Yeah. I mean, I always realized a lot of this stuff, overcoming the apathy, made some headway doing here.
One of the most insidious things that we will ever face is the current of despair.
Yeah.
Hopelessness, willful ignorance, apathy. Look, all of that, when you start to experience that, you're going into chaos.
Absolutely, yeah.
What's the definition of chaos? Total disorder and confusion.
Yeah.
You're not organized. You're not focused. You're not allowing yourself the freedom to not be distracted by all the fucking chains that would suck you into the fucking abyss otherwise. And if people don't think this is fucking real, what we're actually up against, let alone realize what is beyond it to that trajectory, that North Star guiding you from within your own soul, then good fucking luck. They will continue to fall into the ditches. They will continue to fall into the fucking pits again and again and again. Even with the signposts that people like myself and others have put out for people. Don't put your hand on the stove, motherfuckers. They put their hand on the fucking stove. Sometimes, in terms of the paradox, that's what they need to experience in order to actually fucking rise. Coming to that point of realization that it's not just going to be handed to you. You can't abdicate your responsibility. You can't be fucking lazy. You can't be apathetic. You can't be indifferent. You can't allow that shit. No. And actually live by the code and the standard that if those that see value in terms of what I'm sharing with you could agree to as far as living by a fucking code to it, then you're going to get the results.
I was thinking before I started talking to you how I knew the level of commitment and tenacity that this is going to take. I'm all in. It's going to take a supreme level of commitment and tenacity and strength of, willpower.
Absolute and total fucking ruthlessness, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Fucking fired up. It resonates in my soul. It fires me up. It makes me fucking roar. And then I draw the circle and I got to drum up that intensity of emotion for the focus.
The term emotion, people got a problem with this shit. The term emotion means energy in motion. If the energy becomes stagnant and it's not in motion, then you're being emotionally manipulated to suppress the movement of the currents of what needs to be expressed. but not in
It's-
context to the manipulation of emotion when it comes to mind control, when it comes to trauma, when it comes to the soul spark being eclipsed and all this other fucking shit that I've explained. That all comes flying out of the shit can. That's where people's emotional intelligence is being manipulated. There's nothing wrong with emotion. Emotion is there for a fucking reason.
Yeah.
It's there to let you fucking know.
Emotions are the letters of urgency.
But as a man, you cannot allow emotion to rule. You must rule emotion and wield that ability
Yeah.
to get the energy in motion in alignment with core intelligence, your rational capacity in alignment.
Yeah.
That's how the radar, in terms of the gauge of our perception, operates, and it's also how it's manipulated.
Yeah.
Because if you're just flying off the fucking handle and you're not in control of what you decide to feel at any given fucking time, then of course it's going to be something else that dictates that.
And I've been through all that in terms of experience recently. I've come into my focus. I knew all these things that you've been talking about for years now, on not being able to apply it, to control it much, much better.
And in terms of Ulfenar training, this is where it goes to the next level.
Excellent. Yeah, I will.
It's a factor because we are in a hyperdimensional fucking war. And people want to get on and try to argue their little fucking sliver of the equation. They don't have a 360-degree view of what the fuck is really going on. I do. That's the difference with me. I've been able to achieve it. Truth is going to do its fucking thing, man.
Yeah, it is. I can see it.
The cosmic sledgehammer hits him in the fucking head. Holy fuck. Truth is going to go through 3 phases. At first, it's denied. The second phase the truth goes through is that it's violently opposed.
Mm-hmm.
Violently. The third phase that manifests in terms of actual truth and not my truth or your truth or the my truth movement, but actual fucking truth is that it becomes self-evident.
And that's what's happening now.
But you cannot know truth unless you know thyself. It's how things actually work. And with how things have been set up, conditioned against your very fucking soul, this is why you suffer. This is why everyone in the realm is suffering. They don't believe that they're worth more than their bullshit circumstances or whatever they agreed to co-sign in terms of a slave state of mind, because that's what they're conditioned to. If you start to break those fucking chains, get ready for it to be completely denied, let alone violently opposed. Because now you're challenging the narrative that everybody else has been conditioned to, and now they're forced to face their fucking shit. And instead of facing themselves, they're looking for something to fucking blame, and that's where you step the fuck in. Why do you think they burned our kind at the fucking stake? It's for that fucking reason right there. But sometimes you got to throw yourself into the fucking gauntlet to make corrections in terms of fucking grids, because it's not just the mystery school factor in terms of what I'm doing. I'm also a grid worker.
Can I run that by you for a second? I'm always, whenever I have a chance, I'm out in the woods, I'm hiking, I'm biking, and I travel. I'm a welding inspector, so I move around a lot as it is, and I have a lot of time on my hands. I feel like I'm just drawn to these places all over the Northeast for the most part. And hear you and others talking about this grid work. I feel like I've been doing it for a long time, even before I really understood what it was.
How would you define grid work?
Basically, the correspondence between our alignment and that of the planet, healing the distorted grid works that have been put in place by the dark forces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you go about doing that?
By physically being in places. It has to do with me and who I am and my evolution and my commitment to what's right and true and real and beautiful and free. Tell me more.
Being a grid worker, speaking from that vantage point, puts you on the front lines of this fucking war. Whatever area that you're in, you're taking on whatever's in the fucking region. Yeah. It's not just personal shit. You're dealing with more than the average person could even take the fuck on. And one has to be templated in terms of being a grid worker in order to actually deal with that and still function somewhat fucking normal in their fucking life. Okay?
Yeah.
It's not conducive to go into a Satyr activation in terms of being pulled onto the front lines of this war when you're operating construction equipment. Difficult to explain this to the average individual because they're not grid workers. All they are pistons in the construct of what has enslaved their ass. There's the grids that have been layered over the realm in terms of the illusion, the Maya, the infrastructure of it, locked down into the trapezoid, mathematical reversal technologies, ways of living, ways of being. Overlays, distortions, nets, traps, snares that have laced themselves out throughout the entire earth realm, whereas those that are grid workers are keyed into that which is igniting from within our core template and anchoring from within the core of the realm to route this other shit the fuck out. And when you do that in a particular area, depending on who you are, where you're at, you can expect fucking warfare. You can expect all sorts of weird, crazy fucking shit to go the fuck down. And once you get to a point of really mastering your life on a certain fucking level.
So you don't think I'm a grid worker?
I didn't say that. I'm just explaining what being a grid worker is.
Right.
And there's a lot more to it.
Yeah.
But it's about anchoring the higher and tapping the actual grids that are there. The original grid works in terms of the original timeline. Look at what it's up against.
Right. There's a physical level to this, right? Like is
Absolutely.
concerning ley lines and all of that, right?
Yes.
I mean, and like the orientation of the Earth's axis and
yeah, all of that is a part of things. But depending on where you are, is your template viable to that area? Is it viable to the actual original grids that are there? Because again, like I said, the grids that most people are keyed into, the infrastructure of this illusion in terms of a construct. That's the matrix. That's what I'm talking about. That's the lie. That's the fucking illusion. That's what everyone's template is keyed the fuck into on an unconscious level, and they don't even know it. And they don't even realize that they're the ones perpetuating the prison that they have fucking built, calling it fucking freedom. Billions of motherfuckers holding this house of cards up. Billions.
yeah.
And the tendency with most people is to conform the general consensus of what is running the world and how the world is ran. And this is the challenge that we're up against.
I've never been one to conform. I've always had that in my heart my entire life, to not want to conform, to resist, to rebel.
It's a difficult path.
Yeah.
But it is the path to liberation. It is the path to freedom. True freedom. And true freedom does not abdicate one's responsibility to fucking rise. Learn about how things actually work in the realm, and then start to master your existence. Know the game that's being played on your mind and win the game. You're going to take your losses. I've had to take losses as well. Major fucking losses. But it doesn't mean that we have an excuse to give up or to cave in or to fucking quit. That's what the enemy wants. Especially with those that really know what the fuck is up. No, they want you listening to the goddamn fucking elections and all the banter about the elections and what this person is saying about the elections. What the fuck? We must govern our own ment. We must govern our own mind. They promulgate that man is unable to govern himself and needs rulers.
And
Dictate
I don't, and I
what
will
to
not
think,
tolerate that.
what to do, what to believe, what to fear, what to like, what to hate, all this shit. It's literally stuffed down your throat from the time you come out of the womb into this fucking realm to the time you fucking die. And with that, we're going to throw this segment into a break. This is Sethikus Boza, blackearthproductions, Blue Flame, Healing Arts and Occult Science, Temple of the White Dragon. Me and Chris will be back right after this.
Stella
Welcome back. This is Sethikus Boza, Black Earth Productions, Blue Flame, Healing Arts and Occult Science, Temple of the White Dragon. Everybody go to the website at blackearthproductions.com. Check out our services, check out our products. Everything is made available for those to whom it's meant. If you want to inquire in terms of anything, send me a direct email at blackearthproductions with an S at the end at hotmail.com. Go into the description below and everything will be there for you to access in terms of what I just mentioned. So as to now continue with this segment. Those that are aware of these things, you can pull back, observe it, and not placate to it. It's all a fucking game. And you have to be smart enough in order to know how to win the game on the fucking level where you're not one of the individuals that's not gonna fucking make it. There's people out there that assume that we're all gonna make it through these fucking times, and we're not. It's obvious. You've had experience otherwise.
Yeah.
So anyone that wants to placate, that bullshit has your head up your ass. This is not a time to be passive. This is not a time to sit back and not say anything or not step out or not have a fucking voice. I'm talking about living it. What do you have? What is your brand? What is the story that you have cultivated that's going to inspire people to come? I know that's what I've done with Black Earth Productions.
Absolutely, yeah. But I've still got some layers of confusion that I don't know what my brand is. For now, I'm going to start up my groups that I've been having at our studio there and having discussions about it. Bring a core group of people here understanding first principles so that we can have something to build on, you know.
So Moon in Scorpio, Sun in Pisces, Sun in Cancer. You have a grand water triangle with the first three pillars. I can relate to that. Conjunction, Venus and Pisces in the 10th house with your Sun gate. Jupiter conjunction with your moon gate and Scorpio in the 5th house. Mars and Aries, man. You got to go fucking Aries on shit in terms of action. That's where that warrior energy is coming through, and also with Scorpio. You got the 5th house driving that as an aspect, the gauge of your perception with the expansion of your creative potential, which is going to put you through the process integration of actually experiencing transformation. It's going to be very fucking intense, man. North Stars and Pisces in the 10th house conjunction to your Sun gate. So your passions, the things you're inspired by, the things that you are drawn to, that's what you got to fucking do. That's where you got to take that Mars energy of Aries and drive that shit the fuck home in a practical way, because that's 10th house. That's Capricorn. That's that mountain.
Okay.
You need a healthy boundary in the world. Stop trying to fucking save everybody, man. That's the tendency. You think it's your responsibility. It's not. You can have care, you can be kind and all this different kind of stuff. But you've got to be this warrior for people to take you fucking seriously. That's also the aspect of the 11th house, which has been challenged in terms of networking, in terms of other people. The challenge that Aries deals with always comes back to when others discard or undermine what you're bringing to the fucking table. That's a fucking trigger, man. Challenging that aspect, taking care of yourself, taking care of your health.
That's a huge focus lately. I've always been a super healthy fitness person, and
that's Mars and Aries.
Challenges, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't want to say my age is catching up to me because I know I can turn all this around, and I am, but I got some things I got to focus on with my health.
It's very, very important with your Mars and Aries, man, to keep that energy in flow, like I was talking about, emotion. Right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you become stagnant. That's when that challenge with Saturn comes in with Taurus, and you're just sitting on the fucking couch doing jack shit. That's where your networks and communication suffers, and all the stuff that Mars is taking you towards. By embracing that challenge with Saturn, that's the key to keep you sharp, to keep you focused. That's what I'm observing as far as your template, how it operates here. It's very easy for you to go into the escapist realms with Pisces, and that's what you have to be aware of as far as your destiny with the North Star. Because your midheaven's also in Pisces. Embracing this shamanic path has put you at 11 degrees. That's a degree of mastery to potentially be obtained in this lifetime. I saw stars in Pisces, so I've been here, done this shit as far as all this shaman shit, okay? And know what the rights require. That's why I'm in the position that I am, to make it practical. That's how my axis energy works. Your 10th house, you got three planetary gates in the 10th house conjunction to your midheaven. So when it comes to Pisces, it is the healer, it is the counselor, it is the one that has seen the face of war multiple fucking times. It's the retired general, the one that has a lot of wisdom. That being your Venus goes back to the relationship you have with yourself. Okay. How are you practically manifesting being a leader? Because Mars in Aries is a leader. Your moon in Scorpio is a leader. Ascendant in Cancer is a leader. Jupiter in Scorpio is a leader. In terms of where you're at, is there anyone around you leading in this capacity?
No,
Exactly.
no, it's up to me. I know it is. That's the other thing. I'm where I am. I had all these doubts, like doubting what's real, who I am, all this shit.
I warned about the Shadow Dragon this year in terms of the segment I did, Chaos versus Catharsis. That one segment's for the entire fucking year.
Yeah, no, that was an awesome segment.
And the name again of the dragon is Catharsis.
And it helped me a lot through what I was going through to be able to tell that
Catharsis looks like chaos on the surface, but it's not. You're clear. You have clarity. You're not confused. That's the difference. And using anger the correct way as a launching pad to fucking rise. And stop abdicating your responsibility and being apathetic and weak and fucking lazy. That's your Saturn and Taurus.
ignited, there's no going back. It's got to be full bore from now on. I heard you in one of your past segments talking to somebody, they're still afraid of it. They're just embracing that and leaning into it.
It goes back to the conditioning. It goes back to the fact that people have been conditioned to be in fear of their soul. They've been conditioned to be in fear of who they truly are. Why?
We're some fearsome motherfuckers is what we are.
Exactly. And that's why. Because our mortal enemy knows the sleeping giant that they're fucking up against, that they don't want us to fucking remember. Because once that happens, it's fucking done. They can't stand against the higher force. This is the one thing that we have as humans that they have tried to fucking sever throughout the aeons, but they have never been able to fully do it. Why? Because you cannot destroy that which is eternal. You can't. All you can do is suppress it, maybe keep it concealed for a time. But what we have as far as connection to core intelligence is way more fucking powerful than these motherfuckers can imagine themselves. Why the fuck are all these other things happening otherwise? Because they themselves cannot fucking rise. And when you can't fucking rise as an individual, what do other fucking people do that can't fucking rise? They try to tear everything down around them. Slander, gossip, smear campaigns, all this fucking bullshit is nothing but a reflection of the mirror mask that they are wearing in denial. Then they want to come at you or me or anybody else. Go fuck yourself. I might challenge the realm. I might call things out for what the fuck they are, but I'm not going around tearing people fucking down and slandering and belt lining and doing all this stupid weak ass fucking shit that pathetic fucking losers do. There's a difference, but people can't discern that difference because all they hear is the tone of my fucking voice. They're not actually listening to what I'm saying, or you, or anybody else. Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio generations, they didn't get our generations. However, when it comes to Pluto in Leo and Pluto in Sagittarius, that's the baby boomers, that's the millennials. The torch of leadership has been passed to our generations. And it's a question of whether or not those among our generations are going to rise the fuck up and step the fuck up. Because right now, the baby boomers are still running shit.
There's not going to be too many of them left pretty soon.
But look at the generations that are coming up after us. Imagine if those fucking pieces of shit got into a position of influence and power and prestige like these other motherfuckers. And so we're sandwiched the fuck in. How are we going to get there? It's going to happen when we start to fucking rise. I still have to rise harder.
Yeah, well, don't doubt it from my perspective.
We can't abdicate our responsibilities as men in the realm. I had to make investments today I didn't want to fucking make in order to keep things going. But this is another fucking layer of protection for at least the next 5 fucking years that nothing is going to get fucked with.
Yeah.
I had to.
And for now, I'm just grateful. I have the livelihood I have that gives me time and it gives me some freedom. And
it's difficult, but not impossible. You just got to get ultra fucking focused and get rid of all the distractions and the fucking bullshit otherwise.
And do more of it and not get discouraged, like you said.
All the gremlins and the fucking demons come flying fucking at you, man.
The only men that are man and halfway masculine are dead fucking asleep, you know, that
There are groups out there. I'm affiliated with a lot of them. My camp is fucking different. My mission is fucking different. We're in a new area. We're going to be meeting up with people this weekend. I'm on it.
Yeah.
Biggest move I've ever made in my fucking life. We're going to take our time. It's no issue. But when it comes to our purpose, when it comes to our lives, we can't be fucking around.
I've been just wanting to get out because I grew up out in the country and wanting to get out so bad and get a piece of land. There's nobody else on the level around, you know, that I know of. I mean,
If there isn't, then you need to become that. It's not a question of whether or not am I or am I not. It has to happen.
it does. Yeah. No, that like you've been saying, I think we're at a pretty critical time at this particular point right here. The Nectar. Can we talk about that for a second?
Sure.
Have you been able to get any idea what's a good maintenance dose of that?
10 to 20 sprays every time you do it. There's no limit to how much you can take. You can take as much as you want. You can spray it all day.
Right. What's the least amount that's going to be effective?
Well, you have to get a certain amount within your system before it starts to circulate. And depending on the individual, more will be required for that. With the Wolfenar training, you get 2 more bottles. We have full liters available.
Yeah, I'm probably going to hit you up for some of that pretty soon. I've got my partner taking it as well, so.
Yeah, we have full liters available. It's 1,000 milliliters, and you get the 50% off discounts for us credentials with the mystery school.
I'm trying to push her in your direction as well because I think she could really benefit from it. You know,
absolutely, man.
She's very wise and she's very dialed in, but she's also resistant a lot. And she admits it. She sees my progress and I think she realizes what's real, the path, the way forward.
You have to lead it.
Yeah.
Send her over, man. Again, full liters are available. You can order as much nectar as you want. And if you go into the Black Earth Library, there's a top secret document.
I found that.
If you go to the Nectar of Athanasia folder,
I showed that to her.
This is getting deeper into what this actually does. There will be a segment coming out in the future in terms of that.
Yeah, I've looked it over. I haven't read everything. There's a lot of stuff there, but yeah, I showed that to her and she's interested as well. I'm fully in on what that's all about. I rewatched that segment you did with the guy. Now that's some powerful shit you got going on there.
It's quite literally the most powerful elixir on the face of the earth.
I believe it.
It's a major mark of the mystery school, the legacy, the lineage, everything. It's all connected. It's all connected in terms of what we are here to implement. And I'm still operating like a fucking ninja. I want it to explode. I want it to go to the next levels, but it has to be done the right fucking way with the right motherfuckers.
Yeah.
At this point, we have our inner circle, but it's not to the level that it's going to be once people really, really catch what has been working to be conveyed and implemented, not just with the platform with Black Earth Productions, but the actual mystery school via Temple of the White Dragon. All of it correlates. All of it's connected. And again, this is to the birthright. This is what rightfully belongs to all of us in the realm.
I mean, that's the thing. I want to just tell everybody about that gold.
Tell them,
you know,
tell them to come over.
I'm gonna start telling more and more people. You know, some powerful shit.
Fuck yeah. Chant down motherfucking Babylon.
Yeah. Damn right. It's a force. Pretty intense. Pretty inspiring. Looking for something powerful, something real, something connected to truth. I'm gonna sharpen myself into a sword.
Let's go.
To fucking point it at the heart of evil.
You got the nectar coming. You get more coming, man. Once that comes through.
I'm gonna keep it coming.
Stay in flow, man. Stay close. Where things are fucking going again. All the fucking distractions and the fucking bullshit. You gotta stay focused. That's the key.
We're gonna keep driving ourselves forward no matter what.
Yep. It's all about prioritizing what you know you need to fucking do and just sticking to it.
Accountability, that's what I need.
Yeah.
That's what I need from you as much as
that's what the fuck we all need as men. I need accountability too when it comes to certain things. I'm going to be consulting certain individuals pretty soon myself. It's how we keep it in flow. It's how we build our own fucking economy. It's how we say fuck you to all this other bullshit and stay focused and keep supporting one another and keep speaking words of life and encouragement and challenging the bullshit fucking narratives that destroy our fucking lives, whether it's circumstances we're not in control of, that we have to let go in order to remain focused. You think about even what you shared with me happens could ostensibly fuck up anyone the rest of their fucking life.
Yeah, well, it almost did, you know.
We cannot fucking allow that.
For
As fucking warriors, there's going to be casualties. Unfortunately, I don't like to say it like that, but that's the goddamn fucking truth.
And that's the thing, is I'm preparing myself for more. And I told my partner that don't think we're done with this shit, because telling people about what's in the jab, having people freak out. It's like, well,
let them freak the
I'm
fuck
going to
out.
take that. I'm going to take that chance, because if people don't start waking the fuck up, they're going down anyway.
Now you're stirring up the ethers. This is what a true magician knows how to do, is to stir up the ether. Because if the ether becomes stagnant, the realm goes into fucking chaos. Willful ignorance, apathy, stagnation, entropy, and eventual rot from the inside up. Because when you're confused and you're on the proverbial fucking merry-go-round going a million miles per hour, you don't know what's up or fucking down. Even the force of gravity pressing you so fucking hard, smashing you against the fucking wall that you can't even fucking move. This is what I'm talking about in terms of being attacked. I've been in that experience where you're so hard pressed, literally pinned down.
Yeah, I can relate to that. So much I've learned from you have helped me. Been in places, yeah, I feel pinned down, but I have enough presence of mind to not make things worse. Sooner or later, I'm going to rise again. I'll never be defeated.
That's the thing. You have to match that energy and fucking rise. And when you're going through this shit, you got to relax. Otherwise, you start to fucking panic. And when you start to panic, you're leaking energy.
That's powerful stuff. Yeah, well, I don't doubt it.
It's not just the nectar. It's not just the results that people get. It's bigger than what I can even convey. Even to the point it was before when I first started, I'm going to fucking hightail it the fuck out of the temple myself. This is too much. No fucking way. No way this is fucking true. How am I going to be able to achieve this? This is impossible. So faced with the challenge, each level that you go to forces you to transform. It forces you on a whole other fucking level.
If humanity has been fucked with for as long as you've been saying, look how high the stakes are. It's no wonder, you know.
I'm at the point of being completely sick of hyper independence in the realm. We need to come together. Families need to come together. People need to fucking be working together and supporting one another, man. Being where I'm at, I'm back with family. I bit the fucking bullet. And my ego and my pride as a fucking man. Holy shit. I see it as a strategic move that I'm making to get to where I actually need to fucking be and manifest what it is I'm here to fucking do. Now, at the very least, have support with my family. Whereas other people that are doing this type of shit, they don't have support from their family whatsoever. None.
Yeah, I don't. I've still been connecting back with family on a very superficial level very recently, because pretty much estranged from all of them. But at the same time, I think they're starting to see me a little bit. I just got to hold my patience and hold my ground and stay where I am, I think, and connect, like you said.
Be the cause. Do not live in the realm of effect. If you live in the realm of effect, you will not achieve success.
To be the cause point, the spearhead of evolution.
Intention backed up by action. We have to go towards what we are afraid of the most. I even had elders say to me, why are you holding back? And I say to myself and even them, because you're not fucking ready for me, motherfuckers. If I come out guns blazing on the level, what did happen with the heretics, what did happen with the ancestors, what did happen with those that were the keepers in the fucking realm. They don't want this shit back in the realm, especially at the forefront. I operate like Ulfidma. I've had to.
It's like picking your battles, right?
Yes.
I've had this ongoing battle with law enforcement and licensing and all that shit. It just goes against my grain so hard. Like a couple years back, I drove for like 2 years, no license, no insurance, no nothing, no plates on my truck until they stopped me twice in 1 week right in my hometown. All they could do was steal my vehicle and make me pay to get it back.
Yep.
You know,
you got to play the game and you got to win the game.
Because that's all it is. That's what I'm talking about. It's like,
no, listen, man, all of us, and this may sound fucking arrogant, but we should be making so much fucking currency. It's insane.
Damn right.
Realize what's real and put actual value on what the fuck we do. If you don't and you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is going to. Fuck, man, they don't even believe in themselves. They don't even see themselves as worthy.
No, that's the problem.
You have to see it before you see it. You have to see it and make it your focus. Boom. Now it's manifesting in front of you. It's a part of what's being implemented right now in terms of the collective fear of loss, fear of not surviving because of inflation and all this different kind of fucking shit. It's the worst that it's ever fucking been in the history of this fucking nation. The worst.
It is, I believe it.
Even worse than the 1920s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want them to understand how things really work so that they can prosper it. Otherwise, they're going to be fucked if they don't get the true way to really manifest. There's so much fear out there, but I understand how it works, and I'm doing well in spite of it. I'm going in the belly of the beast down into Boston every damn night. I think that's making me stronger too, so I'll take it.
If you're in a good place, be very grateful. There's a shit ton of motherfuckers out there that are not.
Oh, they're all around me.
I know. So again, remain focused, be the cause. It'll be good, man. Got you on for Wolfenor training. We'll pick back up then. I'll take you deep into what all of this actually means and what's required and what it entails.
Looking forward to it.
Stay in flow, man, okay? I'll correspond with you via email from here.
Appreciate your time.
Excellent, man. And so that, everything that I got into with Chris, again, as a reminder in terms of focus, when it comes to path work, when it comes to focus on what we need to give our attention to and what we need to continue to take action on. Everything is now in a major transition in terms of Temple of the White Dragon, and a lot of very powerful things I'm not apt to get into in terms of this specific segment have been developed, have manifested, and are devastatingly mind-blowing what we have now lined out in the realm. You can count on all of the things that I've declared on this platform to be true, to be sound, as to the results not only in my life, but Chris's life and everybody else that has done the real work, that has come on with me when it comes to the platform and when it comes to the mystery school. This isn't just about having a voice online. This is about doing the work in the real fucking world and getting results out there as well as here, as we continue to stack, as we continue to move into a place of thriving in the face of all of the fucking challenges and the bullshit that has been going on. You have to take things back to first principles and remain focused on the fundamentals and principles in context. Master those and continue to go over those literally the rest of your entire life. Otherwise, anything more advanced that you even attempt, it will eventually derail because your foundation and your focus is not solid and is not determined. Given over to all of the distractions, given over to all of the things that pull on you in terms of life. Again, I don't bypass anything that anybody out there is going through, let alone myself. But I do not make excuses and I do not placate to all of the victim bullshit that you are conditioned to otherwise. So when I come out sharp and guns blazing, you need to understand and know where it's coming from and why. Allow the higher self to show you. Allow the higher force to speak into your soul. Instead of getting all up into the wiring and chains of the construct, blinding you from even realizing this from within yourself in the first place. There has to be that soul spark ignition that prompts an individual to even begin the quest, to even begin the journey forward. I know myself and others are a catalyst to that, but you have to be the one to fan the flame. You have to be the one that is determined. I got enough determination to pour out in terms of overflow when it comes to the Ace of Cups. I am the King of Cups in terms of my position. I am the King of Swords. I am the King of Wands. I am the King of Pentacles. I hold the aces in my hand, having braved the path of mastering planetary and elemental consciousness. And even though I flux, even though sometimes I too am guilty of staring headlong into the abyss, I recognize it to the point where I myself am getting pulled in way too fucking hard and need to snap the fuck back and get focused You need to focus your state of mind and do not allow yourself to be derailed in these times. With all of the propaganda, with all of the fucking programming, with all of the things that have been covered and exposed for over the last 20 fucking years plus now. We're still in the year of the dragon, and in context to that, its shadow has been in thrall. It's been writhing. It's been spitting. It's been gleefully working to tear apart the psyche, or as we call it, abdicating your responsibility in terms of incarnation. Again, here with the temple, here with the platform at Black Earth Productions, there is a standard, there is a code, there is a trajectory, there is a focus, there is a determination, and there is a result that manifests accordingly to it. And if you, along with anybody else that is hearing this right now, want to get fucking serious about your life and stop fucking around, if you want to get real with yourself, let alone your circumstances and the people in your life, you need to set a standard in terms of what it means to rise in this realm, especially if you are a man in the realm. The doors are open to anyone who wants to learn. I will teach anyone who wants to learn. That is my boundary condition in terms of how I operate. And when it comes to correspondence, again, everything I do is one-on-one mentorship with individuals in terms of initiation into the actual occult. And occult, again, means hidden knowledge, proper knowledge and wisdom. Offered here with Black Earth Productions, with the Mystery School Komendra Horgoth Huitaz Ormir, Temple of the White Dragon. This is a legacy. This is an actual lineage in terms of the Magi, Grail, Shaman, bloodline lineages. I'm a keeper of the flame and held accountable to my position and this path to which those who are keepers of it have incarnated into the realm. There is still so much more that is going to be coming out. And now with this specific transition and alignment with specific grid works in the realm, I'm already feeling it under my feet light up as I'm back to my roots and getting to the roots in terms of the realm when it comes to who the fuck we are. We didn't come here to be slaves. We came here to remember. Remembering is the key. Again, like I said, in Occult Secrets of Carpathia, awakening is not going to get us there. It is remembering and remembering why. That's going to get us there in terms of action and alignment and a ferocity and a fury in terms of being feral for truth and alignment. Knowing that your life is actually worth something and that nobody gives a fuck and you have to fucking take it. You have to take it by the horns and ride that bull forward upon the cosmic horizon that is there within yourself, waiting for you to command and declare and evoke and speak forth what it is that your very soul is here to unearth and manifest. For all of you who are hearing this, I'm going to encourage, if you have not done level 1 apprentice, full rights initiation into the mystery school, to line that out with me. Send me a direct email at blackearthproductions with an S at the end at hotmail.com. Get on the website, check out the services page, check out the products page. Things are going to the next level. Get the Nectar of Aphantasia and get a hold of everything else that we have available here in terms of the temple, in terms of this legacy. The real secret of the legacy here is not only to drive forward what has been remembered on our end, but to show others how they too can remember the legacy to which they've incarnated, taking it back to the original teaching, taking it back to the original timeline. And if you want to go with the programming and you want to get triggered the fuck out on anything, get triggered the fuck out. Maybe eventually you'll get to the point of pulling your head out of your fucking ass and truly waking the fuck up to the point of potentially remembering and wanting to know. You have to want to know. This has to be desired in terms of soul. And nothing's just going to be handed to you. You will have to earn it. You will have to prove your worth, knowing that you are worthy of the birthright. And if you know that you are, and you're ready, then again, send me a direct email at blackearthproductions with an S at the end at hotmail.com. I don't know if anybody out there sometimes gets it confused, but the actual website is blackearthproductions with a Z at the end.com. The email, in terms of direct correspondence with me, is blackearthproductions with an S at the end at hotmail.com. That's how you get a hold of me, to line things out, to inquire about anything, to get me on your platform, even in terms of anything that I've been able to bring forward, to expound upon that, as I'm also gearing up to send out messages in terms of people that I've not been in correspondence with for a while, in order to gauge things and take things to the next fucking level and get motherfucking focused. I look out, I observe, it's all distracted. It's still distracted, except for very few, and I'm not fucking around whatsoever. Those are the types of people that I correspond with, and those are the types of people that I respect. Why? Because they know the difference. They keep it raw, they keep it real, they keep it relevant. And that's what I do here with Black Earth Productions. We are not among the ranks of the weak. The strong man must reject, as a moderate, the cross's claim that puts him into the ranks of the weak, of those requiring redemption, and reject being squeezed into the average form tailored for little people, leveling the mass, destroying the great man and towering man. The man on the cross who proclaimed the end of the world appears to the strong man in no way as a hero. The strong man does not examine whether the man whose time nailed him to the cross's cursed wood had a will for the better. For the strong man, it's as for the rusty cross, which wants to break through causality and abolish disorder, and that it elevates the strong and debases the weak, as the weak become idol worshippers of victimhood. But for the strong man, the cross is and remains, like once to the Greeks, a folly. There is a paradox, and it's the paradox of this reality that you still do not fully understand and know is dictating your very consciousness right now on an unconscious, subconscious level that must be made conscious, that must be remembered if we are going to transcend these times. To that, I invite you to do so with myself and everybody else that is driving the original timeline trajectory in the realm forward as we progress. This is Sethikus Boza, Black Earth Productions, Blue Flame, Healing Arts and Occult Science, Temple of the White Dragon. I look forward to speaking with you very soon. Halos!